Live from Linguini's base of operations, today we will be diving into productivity, how I went the month of May without social media, what I plan on doing in June, and a quote about artists. So you're going to want to stay tuned for the dough. See you on the flip side.
You are now listening to Linguini's Dough.
Hello, welcome to the dough. The first piece of dough is why I am doing no social media for the month of May. I'm recording this as of June 1st, so I've already done that. I do know how original this idea is. It's never been done before. I know I've never met anyone that's done a social media detox. I'm obviously the first person to do this. Whether that's true or not, let me just list some of my reasons why I'm doing this. I noticed I kept checking my phone throughout the day, which was honestly decreasing my productivity, especially between school and work. That was just a huge distraction and left me with less time to do stuff. My brain always wanted that dopamine hit from the social media, and I kind of noticed it. I didn't really like it. I didn't completely notice it, but I didn't not notice it. It's weird. It's also been a while since I've done so. I believe it was last summer. It might have been the summer before that I did a YouTube diet, and it's kind of refreshing. It's something you use a lot, but then you stop using it for a bit and just kind of wanted to try it again. And yeah, as I said earlier, it's less distractions. I could focus more on school because that was a pain. It was just, man, I had so little free time between school and work. And then I just didn't like doing my schoolwork, so I would always procrastinate. And I feel like social media might have been a cause for that. And I think that it would have been harder for me to finish the school year with the assignments done if I had social media. I don't know 100% if that's true, but I think it's 70% likely that would have been the case. I also just wanted to try it. I mean, I've only been on Twitter and Instagram for a little bit now, and I just kind of noticed that those are the social medias that try getting you to just stay on for hours. I know all do, but for me, those are the two that could keep me scrolling just for way too long, and it didn't really benefit me in any way. I've also just heard about how people doing the social media detox, how it just kind of was a relief for them as well. So I thought I'd give it a try. So kind of an inspiration of how it went for other people and how it went for me, or how it will be for me, or I guess now, how it has been for me. And overall, a good experience. It wasn't like what I did in April where my screen was in black and white and I was dying for that to end. That didn't really help at all, and it was just miserable. But now I'm in color. Woo! The more I've researched dopamine, which is not a lot, so this is mostly my opinion, but I have done it a little bit. I've kind of noticed that it's a little bit unhealthy to just get those dopamine hits from checking your social media. There's a big list of those things, but social media is probably where I got it the most. I'm not saying that all are bad. Of course, I have not done a lot of research, and so this is just off of my 2 seconds of research I've done, and maybe just in my experience. So don't quote me on any of that. It's just what I'm talking about. I did also notice it was kind of becoming a bearing task to feel like I need to catch up on everything, because whenever I had a break, it would be like, oh, okay, let's see what everyone's up to. Anything new? Especially with the pandemic. There's lots of new stuff. Lots of new content. So I thought it would be kind of nice to just get this break from... just get a break from all the content, the new information. Just live in the moment. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but the social media I quit was Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit. And I'm not going to lie, I have used Reddit, not in the social media way where you just scroll through the infinite loop. More because with Google, there's just too many blogs. With Reddit, I can just get straightforward answers for a lot of the stuff. So I have used Reddit, just not in the social media way. I didn't want to go back to social media. Today was my first day back on it, but I kind of didn't want to go back. It was kind of just relief, like everyone said. There's nothing I needed to check. I I just kind of did what I had to do. I played more video games, which, I mean, for most people that wouldn't be a good thing. For me it is, I guess. I don't I personally don't think I play video games enough. Part of the reason I'm not very good at them. Yeah, I'm definitely back on it. I do like posting. That's the thing I miss the most. I don't miss all those notifications I got. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff I don't miss about social media. Um, Soon I'm probably going to implement something so I only check it like once a day from now on. Aside from texts, I guess, because Instagram is, I texted a lot of people through Instagram rather than an actual phone number. And I understand why. I don't really like texting on a phone number. And I have to pay for a phone number too. Gosh, I don't. Stupid. Yeah, I really don't miss scrolling through my entire feed every 5 minutes or an hour or whenever I did, just to feel caught up. And I don't know why, but I feel like I can't have notification like on YouTube with the on the bell icon when you have a notification it shows a number and how many you have. I personally can't stand those. So whenever I do check, I have to get rid of those notifications. I don't know why. It just really bugs me. So it's been nice not having to worry about that. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. And I seriously don't miss notifications. That was probably one of my least favorite parts. So that's good. And yeah, I think I feel better after doing this social media detox. I do have to make sure I implement something to prevent me from going back into where I just check it constantly and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm on a healthy standard. It wasn't something I was really missing a whole lot. I just, yeah, it was good to take a break from social media. So, yeah, and some just more experience on it. There were times when I was bored, like whenever I was doing meal breaks at my work. There's nothing to do really, because I don't really trust bringing my Switch. I really want to though. I've tried researching ways to safely do it. I think I need a different pair of pants would be the best way. But that just leaves me on my phone, which I could only check Discord because that's my texting app, and even then, I didn't have a whole lot of notifications. There were times where there was a downtime that I would have liked to check social media, but I didn't. It wasn't that big of a deal. I've been trying to appreciate more of living in the moment, of looking around my surroundings, looking at those trees, looking at those bridges that may look like walls, stuff like that, and it's been kind of nice. But it will be nice being able to just check social media real quick when I have that type of downtime. Maybe not maybe not the downtime, or maybe not the downtime I create where I'm doing something and then I'm just want a small break and then I check social media. I think that is unhealthy, and that's something I need to work on not doing. And I think that's, like I said, I'm going to put in some restrictions on how I check my social media, and that'll probably be one of the ways. And I think I'm going to try posting more on social media. That's something I enjoy. I don't know why. I just enjoy doing that. Yeah, I guess there isn't much more I'm going to really talk about. It was pretty chill. It wasn't like my monochrome month. So we're going to go into our next segment, which is going to be the quote. So see you there.
Wow, that piece of dough was really interesting. Moving on, we're going to mix the dough with the quote.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm not good, you will know I'm lying. Bruce Lee. I'm sure you've heard this from an artist. I think that's where I hear it the most out of anyone. Maybe not even specifically drawing artists. It could be just art in general. Just skills in general. I guess it doesn't really apply specifically to art. That's where I see it the most though, so I'm going to kind of base it off that. There'll be a little bit of a bias. But yeah, an artist will say, I'm not very good. And then you see what they've done and you're just kind of like, whoa, you got a talent for this. You're good at this. If you wanted a career, you could maybe put in the effort and make money off of it. Obviously, art doesn't pay super well, so I'm not going to say that's completely possible, but yeah. I think that's just where the quote comes into play. I think at a point, if you do get enough experience and you are trying to make money off of it, you are gonna say you're good, and you will actually be good. So it's where it kind of defies the quote, but not quite to the point. Usually, when you say what this quote's talking about, it's usually to people you know. You're just kind of like, "Oh, I'm not that good, but I can do it." I think a part of this is also you see people that are better than you at the specific subject. I see people that make better videos, better podcasts than me. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm not that good at it. And I'm probably not, but I don't feel like I'm bad at it. But I don't tell people I'm good at it because I think they might think that I'm at the level of the top people. So I end up saying I'm not very good at it, and then people see it and they're like, wow, that's pretty good. So I guess we're putting our own standard at what we make. Not much else to say about this quote. I found it relatable. I see it, and especially school, especially just what people like doing. So I thought I'd put it in there. Let's go into our next segment.
To yonder yeeter, we are now moving on to our final piece of dough.
Alright, so I've done a challenge in the month of April. Never doing that one again. I've done a challenge in the month of May. I will probably do that one again. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so for June, here's what I'm going to do. This will be weird for me. I never thought I'd say this. I'm going to read 30 minutes before I go to bed. I recently got a book, The Millionaire Next Door, so that's the book I plan on reading. Yeah, I kind of want to read that, so I'm going to intentionally read that book 30 minutes every night before I go to bed. And for me, I'm not a person that really enjoys reading. I'm trying to get better and I'm trying to like it more because there is something to appreciate about it. When you have good language arts teacher, it actually changes your perspective on reading if you don't like it. And I see it as something that's healthy. And it's something I just kind of have neglected my whole life. So I think I'm going to try getting back into that. This is also a little bit nostalgic because my parents made me read in elementary school 30 minutes before I went to bed. So this is a little different though because now I'm doing it intentionally, like I want to do it. I've also just kind of become too accustomed to using my phone and then going to bed. Probably an unhealthy habit, most likely. There's a lot of research about it, and I have not put in the research. A lot of the time I actually even use my phone to fall asleep, which is why it's like has half battery a lot of the time when I wake up, and then I have to charge it. Again, relating to dopamine, something I have hardly researched, but I plan on researching more. The dopamine hit you get from your phone versus a book at night might make a healthy difference. I'm saying the book is healthier. And I'm not sure how much or if it will even be good, but I'm pretty sure it will be good. It'll be healthier for reading a book before bed than like the social media diet. Better than doing that. I guess I will let you guys know in a month. I mainly got this idea because I recently got a book called The Millionaire Next Door, which I already mentioned. I have the book The Millionaire Next Door, and I plan on reading it. So yeah, I already kind of mentioned this. This will also be my first book I've intentionally read since elementary school. The last books I remember intentionally reading were Magic Treehouse, or it was something like that. And it was like a series, and I actually read those. Oh, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I forgot about those. So, yeah, this will be my first book reading intentionally in a long time. I'm sure a lot of you can relate how the school is forcing us to read books has made you lose a lot of interest in them. And yeah, I only have one more year of language arts, and then I'm done with it. And I'm taking it online over the summer. But yeah, it'll be kind of weird to just read a book on my own pacing, on my own notes, my own annotations. It'll be a nice refresher, I think. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna feel nice. I personally don't consider myself that smart of a person, but I feel like this will actually increase a lot of my awareness to details and stuff. It's obviously gonna help my reading comprehension. I don't know. I don't think there's a whole lot I can say about it besides once I actually do it. So I'm excited to do this. If you want to join in, do it as well. Let me know, and guess we'd be doing it together. Obviously at different time zones, different times, stuff like that. But on a bonus before I end this segment, I might try uploading a video from my car every day this month. I'm not 100% sure on that because that is a lot of work, but I also have a lot more free time because school's out. So yeah, I'm also thinking about uploading a photo on Instagram every day for this month, like with my actual camera. Again, we'll see. No promises because I'm just terrible at this. I will procrastinate. I didn't end up uploading Linguinis dough in May, so kind of just shows how lazy I can be sometimes, even though I'm talking about productivity on my podcast. That just makes a whole lot of sense. Anyways, I think that's where we're going to end it today, so on to our final segment, or the outro. If you have any ideas for a podcast, just let me know, and I will probably talk about it, because it's Linguinis dough. This is where we talk about the dough that makes up what I talk about, I guess. If you'd love to be a guest, I'd love to have you as a guest, because it can be a little lonely talking to a mic all by yourself. Make it hard for the other viewer or the listener to find this entertaining. So I hope it's entertaining. If not, then I guess don't listen. Right now, the podcast isn't on any podcasting platforms because I don't have the money for it right now. My goal is to do this by the summer, sometime in the summer. I'm hoping July at the latest, hopefully. But I'm very excited for when it does go on actual podcasting platforms where you could listen to it through your headphones. But that is not right now, unfortunately. And if you're asking, like, what is Linguinis dough? This is just where I talk about stuff I care about or just think about. It's just, dough is one of the base materials for, like, calzones, for example. It's one of the base ingredients. But with dough, you can't only just make calzones. It's a base ingredient for a lot of things, a lot of different topics, just stuff I might care about. Calzones are good, though. So calzones would probably be the equivalent of a productivity, the thing I've talked about the most on this podcast. And yeah, the songs to credit as of right now would be Slug Love 87, Go On Going, Sharana Goes, Digital Memories, and Witness. All of these are from the YouTube library, so if you'd like to check them out, they'd be right there. And I may have shortened a lot of the songs here. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for us today. Hope to see you on Linguinis Dough episode 7. See you next time.